Watopian Weekly.
Let's talk about Zwift.
But you always talk about Zwift. Season 3.
Welcome to a typical one.
Well, that's my line. Hey. All right. Welcome to Watopian Weekly, Season 3, Episode 4. All right. This is the podcast for Zwifters, cyclists, and everyone else. Each week, we are here to discuss all things Zwift, life, and beyond. And my name is Dustin. All right, hailing from Ireland, hailing from Ireland, a man like no other. This dude's got spreadsheets for his bed sheets. He's a TTT specialist. His favorite food's pizza, of course. Yeah. And he's a coach and, let's see, how do you want to say this? Maybe someone who likes to put people through torture because he's been helping Hollie, and he's been putting up with Hollie. That's probably another thing there, too. Right? Anyway. All right. So a TTT specialist and coach of a former world record holder. Welcome, Bren!
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Hey, Bren. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate this. This is awesome. This is so cool. And we're going to dive right into all this stuff, too. But, first, ladies and gentlemen, a star of Skipton in the People's Republic of Yorkshire. A former world record holder. Sorry, I do have to put that in there. But she also knows a few things about TTTs her own self. The lady that can swim 100 yards on one breath. I don't know if that's true. Is that true? I read that on the internet. You don't think
that's
so?
Not on the internet.
And yeah, on the internet. It was just like...
No.
Okay.
It must be true if it's on there.
Okay. Well, yeah, it must be. Anyway, she can swim 100 yards on a cloudy day or a sunny day. Whatever she wants.
What?
Because she's funny, she's cool, she's the Queen of Yorkshire. Woo! There she is, the Queen of Yorkshire, with an orange tick next to her name, Hollie.
Hey, Dustin.
Hey,
how are you?
Hollie. I'm doing well. I'm feeling a lot better. I had some waffles, had some coffee, and I'm feeling really good. Bren, thanks for being here. Hollie, thanks for being here. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I've got news.
Shut up.
I've got news. My news might triumph your news, or trump your news there, Hollie.
Go on, because I'm dying to know. Go on.
Oh, well, but it's not fair.
Can I guess what your news is?
Okay.
We can guess,
sure.
like
Go
one
ahead,
guess
go ahead.
each.
Yeah.
Bren and I will guess.
Okay.
Right. Okay. You want to go first, Bren, or shall I?
I wouldn't even know where to start.
It's Zwift related. It's
Swift. Well, that's a good start. Since this is a Swift podcast.
Right.
Is it to do with the kicker bike?
No, it's not to do with the kicker bike. Well, I mean, I guess indirectly, but
Okay, no. Give me a sec.
Did you win something really cool?
oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, I guess I did. So that's two things. I got two things to say. We usually don't start with me, but yeah, I'll add
I know
that to
we
the
can
list.
start with you.
Okay,
I think you are. I don't know. I was going to say captain of ZRL, but I think you've. Is it?
Oh yes, the triumphant return.
No way.
I'm captaining Vortex again. So I'll be
that's awesome.
in the category B and the USA 6:30 p.m. Central Time Zone. I'll be back on Vortex. So that's what it is. That's one thing. And
Shout out to Vortex.
Shout out to Vortex. That's right. We can bring it back.
He's back.
Yeah, because I accidentally catted up to B, which is a big mistake. But,
yeah, you don't want to do that. Staying at C.
Poor life choices.
Yeah, it is bad. So so we'll be up there for the first round, and then I'll probably get I don't know, gain some weight and get out of there. So
you need to eat more cake.
That's right. Yeah, I definitely do. And which I'll be doing that soon too. I turned 45 on Wednesday, by the way. My birthday's coming up. I can't believe it. I know.
This coming Wednesday.
This Wednesday. That's right. I know.
Seems everybody has birthdays in August, right, Bren?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, it's your birthday in August?
If you think about it, people are bored at Christmas a lot.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, when the cable's out from too much snow. And then the other thing I wanted to say is that I am winning the Summer of Champions DRS squad right now, or DRS.
Oh, let's mention DRS.
Yes. So
good job.
something I don't like to brag about myself a lot because I don't like to brag. So, but I can almost dunk a basketball too. Almost.
Sorry.
Well,
Almost.
I mean, I'm only like a couple feet away, but
Yeah, but I heard white guys can't jump. So.
yeah. I don't know. Well, it has to be like a non-regulation hoop. But anyway, so the
Is it on the floor?
it says little tykes on it. Yeah. but yeah, we're having that. We have the Summer of Champions, and this last week when we were doing the race, there was 13 people in the pen, and then by the end of it, there was 2 people in the pen. I think everybody quit. There was one guy. So oh man, I don't know. I was doing fine, and we were all together, and then like one guy attacked. So I was like, I gotta follow this guy's wheel because I have to, right? So, and I can't even remember the route. Oh, it's Temple to Temples and McCurry Islands. So then I started following him, and I kept going, stayed with him, and then we dropped the whole group. So it was just he and I, and we were just going and going and going, and then nobody caught up to us. But then on one of the flats, I got dropped, and then so that guy left, and I'm like, well, it doesn't really matter because he's not in the rankings, and he was just joining the race as a one-off race, and I'm here in the rankings. So as long as I finish at this point, I'll be ahead of everybody. And so then the other people were only like 30 seconds behind us, so I just grabbed onto them and then stayed with them, and then dropped them like a quarter wood up the up the big climb, and
like
then,
a quarter wood.
A cord of wood. Yeah, like that's a saying here.
A cord,
Yeah,
not a
cord of
course.
wood. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
A cord of wood.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
It's not the saying we use in Yorkshire.
So anyway, it's an old English saying. You're probably not used to it. So
Old English.
never mind. So anyway, and then I get to then I put in like I was 7 minutes ahead of the other people, and like everybody quit. So like they all rage quit, I think. So then I got to the end.
What?
I know. And so
7 minutes.
Yeah, I got like 7 minutes.
This
Was the other
race?
guy like miscatted or something? Or
Yeah, I don't
like,
know.
There's
I
no
think so.
cat enforcement, right? In Summer of Champions.
Correct. It's just you have to go by the honor
Oh,
system
yes.
and whatever
Yeah.
fellow ranking you are. So I'm in
So
gold.
it sounds like you got
Yeah.
a hell of a draft from someone who was in the wrong category.
Yeah, and then I just kept on
Yeah.
going. So I don't know, but I'm winning right now. And then we have, I think, is it one more race or is there 2? There's 2 more, I think, right? 2 more. I think there might be 2 more. This next week is Octoban, which that is.
Oh no!
I know
That's
I do
rough.
not like that one. And it's the
Who
last.
picked that route?
Yeah, somebody at Dirt, but.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
enough about me. Oh, one last thing I will say that I am sad because I'm back to school as a teacher. Tomorrow is my on Monday. Oh, and it's so I don't get to do these early morning
diddums.
rides, which I wake up at 4:40 in the morning and ride my bike to join other people, and then we ride around.
Wait.
for a couple hours.
You wake
Yeah.
up at 4:40 in the morning.
Yes. Yeah, so
You know
sometimes
that you can ride on Zwift anytime.
I know, but
That's how it works.
Here's the bizarre thing. So like
What the
we
heck
have to have lights on and everything too because it's still dark and everything, and then we go ride. do
Yeah,
these big-
is that
big
not
group
like
rides.
a message to say you
Yeah.
should be asleep if it's dark? No.
So it's fun. It's funny that so like I'll do these rides all summer and everything. And last Friday was my last one that I get to do because I won't be able to get home in time to go to work. So now I will be just getting up at 5 o'clock to ride on Zwift. So
Wow.
it's not much difference, but yeah. But you know that whole thing. I love riding Zwift. That's why. So anyway, okay. Enough about me, Bren. Let's talk
Same.
about you because I know Hollie also has bigger news too. But Bren, what have you been up to this week?
Mostly work.
Yeah.
I've only done haven't had a lot of time for riding this week, so I've just been on TTT, Thursday TTT. Pretty much do the double there every week. So I think at the moment it's zones 22 and 24 because they like to change the numbers to confuse us.
I know. I don't get that.
Well, to confuse you, I just click a race pass.
Yeah, that's true. Hollie just turns up sometimes.
Yeah.
So I this week I narrowly avoided getting absolutely destroyed by a Frappe team. And then Hollie and I spent the second zone practicing sprinting.
Nice.
Yeah, after, but you missed out a chunk. What I didn't. I'll wait.
Yeah, Hollie didn't even do the previous zone. She's slacking.
Oh my
man,
god!
I
Shout out to Tommy though, because Tommy was like left in crazy Watts team, but he hung on. So make a note of that.
Well, so Bren, this was for dirt though, right? Or is that what
Yeah,
you were? Yeah, okay.
It's the Dirt EMEA server.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, that's cool. And then, so what was the course this week? That were you guys all in the same course, or?
Yeah. Oh God, I've already forgotten what the course was. It was.
It was through Titans,
it
and then
was something in Watopia. We started downtown.
Was it Downtown Titans?
Yeah, it might be
Downtown
Titans.
That sounds familiar.
That's a hard course.
Imagine if I got something right about it.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's Titans comes at a point in that course where you have to decide how many you want to carry over it, but then you still have another climb left after Titans.
Yeah.
Where you're really carrying your race finishing riders past the Zwift near the end of the lap.
Yeah, that is so hard. And I mean, can we just talk about that? Having a hill in a TTT is that? I mean, I think that stinks. I think it should be just always on Tempest Fusion or always on a yeah.
I mean, yeah. So, traditionally, I suppose in the real world, time trials tend to be very flat.
Yeah.
The thing is, if with the way Zwift's aerodynamics and all that seems to work, if you just ran on Tempest Fusion all the time, I think it'd literally just be the most powerful team every week that won, and that'd be kind of boring.
That's true.
Because your watt kg matters so much less, so you'd literally get the 5 biggest riders you could within your category, and you'd set them off. By putting in some varied terrain, you force people to make strategic decisions. You force people to like if you're a 6-rider team, relevant with ZRL coming up.
Yeah.
If you're a 6-rider team, you really have to decide: are we faster or slower if we drop a rider up Titans? Is all the work that rider's going to do between Titans and the Zwift worth keeping them? Is it worth losing 15 seconds on the first climb or not?
See, I wouldn't even think about that. This is great. I'm glad you're on here, Bren, because I wouldn't even think about that. We always just try and get everybody to the end, and then at some point, it's like when somebody finally pops, they're just like, okay, see, this is good. I'm already getting some top tips, so this is good. This is good. All right. So that's good. Yeah, I mean, even La Vuelta, the first stage of La Vuelta was yesterday, and it was a TTT, which our American rider Brendan McNulty won. Sorry, spoiler alert. Everybody should have seen it by now, but it was yesterday. But
so you're watching Tour de Femme?
Yes, I've been watching Tour de
Femme avec Zwift.
Yeah, I have. I've been watching that. That's awesome. The Tour de France avec Zwift.
I went off on a tangent there.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have. I didn't get to. I didn't see Gina on there. By the way, I think she forgot to post a picture of herself up there. Because remember, she was going to go.
She did, but the timing was out or something or other, so she didn't get to see some of it. She got to see some, but not other. She didn't get to see team presentation
or something.
I can't remember. So she didn't see as much as what she wanted to see. But now she's in Sweden.
Yes, she's racing her bike in Sweden too.
Race.
Sorry, again, we're getting off
TTTs.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. Well, we'll talk more about TTTs. We're just doing the weekly catch-up thing right now. So, Bren, I'm sorry. What else have you been doing? Sorry. See, this is how organized it gets, Brent. I have a huge list of things to do, but anyway, it happens. All right.
I mean, I'd literally have to check Strava to see if I even did anything else.
Yeah, it's been one of those
Brilliant.
weeks. Yeah.
Apparently, I've not done anything else this week.
Okay. Well, that was good. Okay.
Excellent.
Right.
Other than dealing with Hollie's stuff, which I guess she might talk about.
Yeah. So Hollie,
oh God,
what have you been doing this
kill
week?
Me off?
That's a great transition. Good job.
What have I been doing this week? I've been doing whatever Bren tells me to do. So
in cycling terms, just so we're
yeah, just to be clear on that. Yeah. So so I don't know how to talk about this.
Do you want me to say it? I'll say it.
Okay.
So we are very, we are a Zwift based podcast, but we cannot deny the efforts of Gina and Hollie, because they have both qualified for Worlds on my whoosh. So that deserves a round of applause. Yay, Hollie! Yeah, Gina! Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, to think that just not even like 2 years ago, Hollie could barely shift on her bike, and
oh my gosh! Do you remember when you were on like the video and you were teaching me how to like do the? Oh my god, that was ridiculous.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. I still can't believe that you had that. That you were riding your bike on your trainer with that grinding sound. So that would have driven me absolutely nuts. And you did so many miles like that. I mean, or kilometers or whatever, or hectares.
Imagine all those watts they wasted. And,
I know. And then that unlocked
sad,
them all.
isn't it?
And then now the kicker bike. Yeah. So, oh man, that's so. Hollie, what's it feel like?
So I'm gonna go on a race.
Sorry.
Do you know what? It is so surreal because I'm under no illusions. Like I will not the top. So basically, how it works is that the ladies all race 2 back-to-back stages, and the top 20 get to go to Abu Dhabi. Now I'm under no illusions that I won't. I'm not giving up, but I have raced against some of these ladies before, and not going to be top 20 realistically. So I'm just going to like give it my all, and it is extremely hard. I do have kind of imposter syndrome.
No.
Because I get dropped, and that's hard to it's mentally hard and physically hard, and it's all the things. And anyway, so somehow I got selected for Great Britain. Oh my God.
Must have been a random draw, probably. Random draw. No. No.
Oh my God.
I think ChatGPT wrote your application.
Yeah.
I think it did. Yeah.
You didn't have to.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Did you have to submit a haiku? I love haikus. That could have helped you with it.
Just submit a haiku. Yeah. How did you know?
Yeah. I can ride fast.
No, we had to do like application process and things, and then we got to know, and it's been announced. So Bren is helping me with some workouts and whatever else, and I'm just doing them because usually what I do is race a lot. I do ladder and TTT and DRS when it was on, and just seem to race a lot and just do whatever. And I don't think that was really it was helping me. It must have helped me because
it has to.
Yeah.
But it's hard to I mean we need those efforts in there too. I've been realizing this myself too, because I race. I don't want to say I'm addicted to it, but I love racing, and I do that a lot. So
this is my problem. But I think if I don't have much time anyway because it's on the 6th of September. But trying to we know the routes, so can target. I don't know, Bren just gives me some stuff, which I'm super, super grateful for because I don't know what I would actually do. There isn't, I'm not, winning these things. I'm not sponsored. I don't have a team outside. I don't have, a coach. I don't have any of that. I got the dirt people.
Yep.
So, what do you need?
But this is an excellent example of from being just someone who rides to going all the way up to the top. This is incredible. I mean, yes, this has to be recognized, and you have to own it. This is absolutely amazing. I know there was some chat on our server about how was I going to represent Team USA with my 204 watt sprint, as Robin Griffin he had pointed that out, and I said no, that someone with a 205 watt sprint.
You got benched.
Yeah, I got benched.
Yeah.
So that happens. I
was going to say I got a funny story. It's not really funny. It's just a story. But when I've started on Zwift, I couldn't hit 200 watts. Like,
Right.
I don't know how the heck people did it. I was just like riding and then
Same.
I couldn't get a 200 watts. And so I'd just think, oh God, I can't do this, and have like a mental block and all that kind of stuff. And then I just kept doing it, and then found I could hit 200 watts and like more than 200 watts now, obviously.
205.
I don't giving a game away. So there I am. And actually, like a year ago, I hadn't done any elite races a year ago. It's been less than a year. I think when was it? October or November? That I did my first elite race, a Zwift Grand Prix, and it was Glasgow Crit. Learned a lot in that race. But anyways, there we are. So
and you did the Zwift Games
Zwift Games, and Zwift Games and Grand Prix and the Echelon Racing Series, and I got to race against like some crazy strong ladies, which are awesome, and just to be there was awesome. And so I have to give it my best shot, don't I? So there we are.
Yes,
so
do.
yeah,
it's gonna be
so
awesome.
I'm killing myself with.
I hope we get to watch
workouts.
it and everything. Sorry, I hope we get to watch it. But it'll be live streamed, won't it? Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, because it'll be live streamed. Yes, it's UCI.
We might even get Hollie streaming before then.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. You can't see it. Listeners can't see, but she did roll her eyes.
That involves, I did roll my eyes.
That was a big eye roll there. Yeah,
you know how untech savvy I am. Is that a word?
Yeah, we'll just get Nathan to dial in again. And
to set it all up. Oh man,
he just so worked back on it. Oh my god.
Is Rob more into that? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
one of those guys.
Yeah,
one of them. Somebody else could. But this is the key point. There is that I couldn't be there in that race, in any of these races, without support and help.
Yeah.
So it just means so much. So yeah.
Absolutely, it's a community thing. This is awesome. So, and we're I can speak for myself and a whole bunch of other people. I think we are so proud of you and Gina. I mean, this is going to be awesome. So don't lose.
Don't lose.
Yeah, you can be like third loser, but don't be first loser.
Yeah.
Oh God. Imagine if you're 21st.
Out of 20.
I mean, someone has to be.
It's gonna be hard.
Someone has to be. Yeah. I won't be 21st. I don't know what position. I'm just gonna.
Go out and
tactics, which I'm not saying obviously, but
just go as hard as you can. So
pedal
Bren,
fast, do a sprint.
Yeah. So how Bren, maybe you can talk about how have you been doing the workouts? Are you assigning her stuff that are already on Zwift, or are you building them in Zwift, and can you export them to her, or how does that work?
Yeah, so we haven't a lot of time, so basically Hollie is getting destroyed by VO2 workouts. But they're kind of focused around the key durations.
Okay.
In the two stages that Hollie will be racing, the stage 2 and stage 3 rounds. And yeah, I built out the first set of them on, I forget the website name, but if you Google like Zwift Workout Creator, there's a bunch of them. Yeah. And then Hollie gave me her password for some reason, and I just dumped it into her Zwift account.
So much easier.
That's awesome.
So much easier.
It was apparently that was easier than Hollie doing
that
it.
Stress, yeah.
Right.
So the first week out down, we learned the things Hollie thought were too easy, and we learned the things that weren't easy. And
wow!
I have to do a small few tweaks for this week, but I think largely a very similar week.
All right, so let's get a preview. What is she get? What torture is Hollie going through this week?
So Tuesday last week Hollie did 30-30s, which it's a nice, fun, very doable workout to.
That was all right,
especially when you're not used to intervals. So Hollie basically said that was too easy.
Yeah, did you?
So we're going to extend the work.
I might
part of
regret
a little
that.
bit.
Right.
So we'll go to 45-30s this week.
Ooh, 45-30s. Okay, so that's and then what about for what's she putting in for like 40 the rest interval is probably just like whatever 200 watts.
Oh,
or
it's just
something?
like grey or whatever.
Okay.
Like I kind of don't care about the rest interval in 30-30s. It's just make sure you do it. You know, the thing with 30-30s, and especially on indoor trainers now. I mean, Hollie's very lucky to have the Wahoo bike and that, but
Yeah.
on some of the older trainers, you really, really had to focus hard on those 30-30s because you had to be ready for the interval start. You had to be spun up almost at power, maybe as much as 3 seconds before the interval would start. The modern trainers are like so powerful that they're a different beast to ride today than they were 3 years ago. But yeah, 30-30s, sort of 150, 170%, something like that is normally.
And what would that number be for Hollie?
Am I allowed to say, Hollie?
Not listening.
Yeah, Hollie.
Not
just,
listening.
If
What
you
do we
want.
do? Actually, the hardest one we did this week was only our week one was 130%, so that was 360 watts.
Okay.
We're gonna bump all of them up this week.
Yeah, so people can't see Hollie's face, but she is not looking forward to this. Hollie, you should be looking forward to this. It's a good hurt. It's a good hurt. All right. So
I really like the grey parts. They're epic.
Yeah. Actually, one of the interesting challenges that Hollie brings to this is
One of them.
As Hollie said, she's gotten fast by racing a lot, and that's great. Loads of people do that, and it's a really good way to get a lot of racing experience and get fast really quickly. But the challenge with that is, Hollie does 2 on-platform races a week that she wanted to keep doing.
Yeah.
So we had to fit those in. So, normally, if you're doing, say, a VO2 block, you can probably manage 3 high-intensity days a week. Hollie's doing like 5.
All right.
It's probably too much, but it's only 3 weeks and then a taper, so it'll be okay. I think our she'll crash and burn before taper week. I don't know.
I hated you on Thursday. I was like, don't talk to me.
Yeah, Thursday. So Thursday is the supra threshold day.
Oh.
It's 8 minutes or whatever the heck it
my
was.
gosh.
I don't know, but
8
my
minutes at 104,
God.
I think.
So
So they're really good for like your hill climbs and things. The longer climbs, especially in stage 2, has a longer climb in it. So that's kind of what that's targeting. But
This is awesome.
That's a hard workout.
This
It
is why-
was.
yeah, you need to live stream these because this would be fun to watch. So-
You need to be on. I was on the TTT voice. I was listening to them. I actually muted myself because they obviously need to do rotations.
Yeah.
But it was just so I had something in my ear to distract myself.
Yeah.
But obviously
you
they're my
need
mates,
something.
so yeah.
Yeah, you definitely need something. Like I find that I listen to music and I try to listen to something that doesn't have a heavy beat to it sometimes. I know that's weird, but I listen to some very esoteric weird jazz. That helps me with my workouts so I can
I expect nothing less. Yeah.
Yeah, right. But instead of it, because if I have like a beat, I'll end up like pedaling to that beat. So, but man, now I do remember hearing some research about if you swear when you're working really hard, that helps. So maybe you should start swearing, and that would also be funny to listen to.
The thing I keep telling Hollie is if she can swear at me, she's not working hard enough.
Oh, I love that. I'm writing it down.
There are
All
times
right.
though that I can't talk. They're talking to me and I'm just like, no.
Yeah. So I mean,
I love
when you're not used to doing interval work, 8-minute super threshold is a very hard thing to do.
That is so hard. Oh my gosh.
It is. It's and that was 8x4 this week. So and Hollie rocked it. So.
And how long is her workout? Is that like an hour long workout?
They're mostly about an hour and a half.
Okay.
I basically have do this workout and ride as much zone 2 as you want, more or less, afterwards.
Okay.
Try and hit a certain amount of it. So I think it works out about 12 hours over the week, which, you know, Hollie's very lucky to have that training time available to her. And that's kind
that helps massively.
I think it's kind of the time Hollie's been putting in anyway. So it's, you know, it's not like we've bumped Hollie's volume massively or anything. It's more or less the volume she's doing. Just a bit more structured.
Yeah, a bit more focused. Like, I was like, what the heck do I do now?
Yeah. But yeah, so like, you know, there's, you know, Monday is essentially a free day. So it's basically either don't touch the bike at all, or
I'm not touching the bike, don't you worry.
Or if you want to touch the bike, it's like literally only in the grey zone on Zwift. Like,
I might give it a wipe down.
Don't even hit the blue. You're not allowed to hit the blue on a Monday, you know.
Washing day.
That's a good day.
Swimming is also good, I've found.
That's why I brought that up, because I saw that you went swimming. So yeah.
Yeah,
splashing about, I think, might be.
Yeah, just looking around in the pool, like, just like, I don't know, like, kind of.
Well,
I don't know really what I'm doing, and then I go sit in the sauna. So there we are.
But I've also heard that, like, when you swim laps, like, I am not a good swimmer, and you get a great workout out of it because you're not a good swimmer. You know what I mean? Like, it's because you're trying not to drown.
It really is mucking around in the pool.
But that's
just
great.
Sort of use it stretching the muscles or something. I don't know, but it
feels
feels better
also,
after.
You know, like you're taking your body weight off of your muscles when you're in the pool.
Yeah.
You know, the water is helping to support you as well. So it's, you know, if you go in and you say, well, I'm gonna go in and practice my Ironman swim pace, that's not going to be a restful swim. But you know,
no, there's none of that happening. I could do somersaults in the pool now.
Nice.
Maybe next year. Maybe after we get you through Worlds, we start working.
Maybe
on
October.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What about I posted a picture of me jumping off the diving board in our chat there too.
You can dive.
Barely. It's you only saw one of the good ones. I have several times jumped off the diving board, and the lifeguards are covering their mouths because they're laughing so hard because it's been like just a massive flop or whatever, you know. So anyway, but that's fun. But yeah, our pool today is the ultimate last day that they're open, and it's a beautiful day, but we won't be able to go. So we went on Friday because we couldn't go yesterday or today. So it's a sign that summer is ending. Oh, so sad. But our pool's closed. But anyway,
you don't even have an open pool here.
So where do you go swimming at then?
Well, in the inside pool.
Oh yeah. I love swimming outside. It's beautiful. It's awesome. The sun shines. And everything. Yeah, but
the sun shines. Oh wow!
What's that
like?
No.
Yeah, I know. It's so cool. But well, I'm excited, Hollie. I'm excited for you and for Gina, and Gina is in Sweden right now. She's racing her bike as we talk right now, so hopefully she's doing well. Last check, I think she was. Did she say she was second or third on GC for her group? I think so. That's awesome.
Remember. And I don't want to get maybe third. I can't remember. I know she was on about getting a podium spot, 2 more stages to go. But today's stage will have been, so maybe there'll be an update. So check our server for. I just want to say, like, thanks to Bren for keeping me focused for this, because it means it. Look, I got this off eBay for the sizes, right?
Yeah.
For those watching in black and white, that's a GB jersey. I'd never expected to do this well. I never expected to get in any elite races for the starters. So when I was given the chance to do that, it was like, oh wow, this is epic, and did that. And then somehow I've ended up here.
Through a lot of hard work, you earned your way there, Hollie.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yes. Yeah, keep talking.
Perseverance.
You got it. Exactly.
Just like relentlessness of and like I say, like it is really tricky because, like I said earlier, I don't have a coach. I got Coach Bren now. And,
we've spoken about Hollie getting a real coach afterwards.
yeah, we did. Yeah, but for now, because we don't have much time, and so. But I see a lot of other ladies having they are awesome, and a lot of them are my friends and things like that. But they have coaches and they race outside in real life, and I don't know. A lot of them are a lot younger.
Yeah.
Which a lot of them are not as well. That's the good thing about racing on esports is you can be any age.
Right.
But yeah, I just never expected to race for my country.
This is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. What a feeling. What a feeling.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. So, yeah, first Tom Pidcock and now Hollie Bergen. This is...
Yeah, he's in my team, Tom Pidcock. Yeah. Because he's from Yorkshire.
Yeah, because he's from Yorkshire, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's heard about this, so you should be expecting a letter, or he should be dropping by or something, right?
I think the least he could do is, meet a fellow Yorkshirean for coffee and advice.
Yeah, absolutely. Just have a chin wag, as you say it, at the nice coffee.
A chin wag. Yeah, we can have a cup of Yorkshire tea.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
No one drinks that.
And,
I've met him, I have met him.
I know. I still can't believe that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So now,
Anyway, so that made it real, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Yep.
So now let's in the when we're talking about TTTs, and we're going to move on to talking about the upcoming ZRL round, because we are all very sad that DRS is not happening, but we completely understand it and thank them for all their work and everything, because it's just incredible.
Heartbroken.
Yes, we are.
Maybe shout out to Justin, Kevin, Martin, and Doug.
Yeah, you always forget Doug, but.
Well, I don't. I've done a lot of team races with Doug, so.
Doug is great. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Doug's the only guy I really know well, and Doug, yeah.
Yeah.
I blame him for all the poor, all the course selection.
Oh, I blame Kevin for that.
I thought it was Justin.
Mark gets away with it.
All any of them will ever say is it's a team effort.
Right.
It's not.
That's so funny. That is so funny. Okay, so we're going to talk about ZRL, and let's just go down the list real quick, and then we'll come back and talk about this. So race number 1 is it Douce France? How do you say?
No one knows.
RGV backwards.
RGV backwards.
Deuce, Sweet France. It means Sweet France.
Sweet France.
Deuce France. It's RGV backwards.
Okay, cool. I can do that, and that's a TTT.
No, not cool.
Race 2, Sugar Cookie. That's a points race. Race 3, Country to Coastal. That's on my sister's birthday. Shout out to my sister. That's race number 3.
Shout out to your sister.
Yeah, and then race number 4, the Greater London 8, also a TTT. All right, and then we have race number 5, Glyph Heights. That one, I am actually looking forward to that one, because that one has the grade in it. And then
no,
I know. And then race number 6 is the custom racer created route, which we're actually looking for the team of DRS to suggest that route.
Well,
Yes, please.
That would be awesome. The deadline's been though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can still hope. Okay. So,
Nathan Craig did submit a couple of courses, so maybe one of those will get. Yeah.
It'll be just Tempest Fugit. But anyway.
No, he didn't slip. Tempest Fugit knows better. Yeah.
I know. But so let's talk about these TTTs. So Douce France. No, that's Italian. Douce France.
Deuce France, I think.
All that matters is no one will ever be happy with how you say it, so you might as well completely butcher it.
Yeah. So RGV backwards.
Yeah.
So on RGV backwards, there's really only one. There's only one. I think it's just the Aqueduct KOM. I think, right? That's it on this.
Yeah, well, you've got the intestines as well, and you'll be going up through those. But honestly, it's kind of uninteresting. Yeah. As a course. I mean, it's a perfectly fine TTT course. It'll be fast. There's really no reason not to get your entire team to the end in that one. There's a lot of time generally where you've got small bumps in courses like that. There's a lot of time and value to be made in really attacking the small inclines and having the whole team power over them without breaking your line.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot to say about RGV backwards.
Yeah. So
Do we call it VGR?
yeah, VGR, yeah. So so Bren, when talking about those bumps and everything, should we be trying to do the transitions on those, like doing different pulls, or just have one person pull everybody over?
I'm just looking at the course here to try and refresh my memory. Yeah. Probably the only place I'd be sort of willing to break it would be literally the sort of first 100 yards when you hit the comm banner before you swing left onto the bridge.
Okay.
And then I'd be like straight back into line.
Okay.
Because there's no value in sprinting for the banner, but that first sort of 100 yards is pretty much the steepest part on the entire course. I think, is that right, Hollie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know. It's RGV. Sorry, VGR.
Yeah.
VGR.
Yeah. I mean,
I haven't ridden it a lot in that direction, so I'm not as familiar with it. But for sure, you're climbing up to the aqueduct, but like the whole thing is draft central. You'll be drafting the whole course.
Yeah. Once you're over the aqueduct, it is flat.
Right.
So it's worth. Yeah, and so. If you're like one of the weaker riders, it's worth pushing just to stay on, and then you can get some recovery with your team because you could skip a couple of pulls just to stay on and rotate and give the others time to recover and draft. But getting the pace line, because, if you don't, then...
Well, it's just a fast group right then.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it is.
And when we're talking about the lace intestines or the intestines, I'll just say it in English. When we get through there, that's because they're so curvy and everything. You got to keep the RPMs high, right, to stay in line. Or what are some suggestions there? Because I feel like I get bumped out because there's no steering.
You're going to find it tricky. The best thing you could do to stay in line is make sure you always have the 2-meter separation warning up.
Okay.
So what we've been noticing this week, because they keep mucking with the auto steer.
Yeah.
That's its own thing. Like the first question you have to ask your team before you start is, does everyone have steering?
Well, I don't know if they'll let us do
Good
that.
point.
In ZRL, I think it's off. I think the steering will
Okay, well, that simplifies things massively.
Yeah.
So, like on the Thursday races, it's on, and you'll have 6 riders with and 2 riders without, and it's been getting better, but it's a challenge still.
Going from steering to not having steering, or when steering's turned off, and like, wow, it is a big difference. Yeah.
But like, honestly, in the TTT, I'm kind of coming to the point where the best thing you can do is just not touch it.
That's a good point.
Yeah, let it auto steer.
Because it'll put you where it needs to be. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like even when your pull is over, if you try to steer off the line, it'll upset other riders for no good reason. So you're better off to just...
You'll upset other riders, no kidding.
So you're better off just to cruise back through the line as normal and let the damn system steer for you.
Yeah.
It just seems to cause problems.
Don't steer off the front, because the person behind auto steers and then it just completely wrecks the line, and then you lose. Yeah. And then Bren gets upset.
Bren starts swearing at people. And...
Okay, so say
yeah.
So say we have a 30-second pull, which is probably what's going to be happening, and say I have to do 300 watts. I'm just saying that. I'm not saying I can, but say I have to do 300
well,
watts.
If you can't, you're not a bee. So
right.
You can, Dustin.
It's not a sprint, so I can do it. I can hold it. But so if I'm holding that for 300 watts for the 30 seconds, and then when my pull is over, or like 5 seconds for my pull to be over, like I say, Dustin's off in 5 or Dustin's off in 10 or whatever. Should the person behind me start to cruise up or accelerate faster, or should they? Because we have this discussion all the time. Or should they wait to start their pull until it's exactly their time?
Definitely not waiting.
Okay.
I would say, I generally ask riders give me the 10-second warning.
Okay.
So, and usually when I'm on, I'll give the rider 10, 5, and I'll count 3, 2, 1 off.
Okay.
That's probably overkill. But the 10 is like, hey, rider 2, wake up.
Yep.
The 5 is rider 2, accelerate. and I really shouldn't have to call off, because by the time I get to the one off, rider 2 should actually be alongside me, having come up to speed and pulled the pace line with them.
Okay, so we want to accelerate at the 5 seconds to their pull.
Yeah.
To your pull. Okay.
But the key is to do it smoothly. Like, you're going to see a lot of riders, you're going to like see, why are you doing 7 watt kg? Hollie's.
No. I hate that. Oh my god.
It's like,
Yeah.
you know, you're doing 300 watt pull in the front, so you're doing 42-ish, 45-ish kph on the flat. So the rider behind you needs to bring their power up to the power number that's going to hold that speed on the flat. They don't need to overtake you, because falling back is your job.
Right.
They only need to bring their power number up to their pull power.
Okay.
And then the rest of the line will follow.
And just get out of the way. So I should just, and so then if I'm done pulling, I just soft pedal and just fall to the back.
Yeah, and that's kind of personal. My personal preference, I like to spend the guts of an entire person's pull falling to the back.
Ooh, that's actually not bad.
Well, you see, that works in an 8-person team. It might be a bit trickier in a 6.
Okay.
But because there's a couple of different ways you can fall to the back. But if you fall to the back as quickly as you can, you're almost guaranteed that you're sprinting back on to the last wheel.
Okay.
And I don't like making that effort.
Yeah, I don't either.
No, that's what Chili likes to do. Drop straight back and then do a sprint.
No.
And I'm like,
So
I hate that. Sorry, Chili,
I've-
but
like, my pulls are typically 280, 300-ish watts. I like to drop back at around 180, 160 watts. And then it's very easy for me to slip into the line, a small surge to about 240, and then I'm in the line. Whereas if I drop back really quickly at like 100 watts, now I'm probably doing a 400 watt kick to get back into the line and at the right speed. So for me, I prefer the softer approach, and it suits my biology better. Other people, there's different ways of doing it.
Right. All right. Well, I like that. So let's recap that. So at 5 seconds, person is
he's
starting
taking notes for his.
Yeah, I am taking notes, and
his Team Vortex.
Yeah, that's
Shout
right.
out to Team
And-
Vortex.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, what I might say, Dustin, and
Yeah.
because you guys, you said to me, are at the top of the show,
Yeah.
that you aren't really a TTT team.
Correct.
You don't do a lot of TTTs.
Yes.
You need to
So-
practice.
Definitely need to practice, because the draft is tricky. The other thing is, get yourself a dedicated DS for the race, someone who is used to it.
Yeah.
And the 6 of you sit there in silence and do what you're told for, it's RGV, so like half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that could be the hard part for me to sit in silence. But that's,
Yeah, well, you should still
You should do a
communicate.
podcast.
Okay.
But it would cut down on your communication a lot.
Okay.
And it would save. So, like, one of the hardest, most disruptive things is, Dustin's off in 5,
Yeah.
Hollie's, due to come on. But
Yeah.
someone, gap 5-6, and you're trying to coordinate a change over the front, and there's another conversation going on. So if you have one DS running all of, we're talking about, probably something that's a touch more competitive than the Thursday night TTT, so you want to take it that a little bit more seriously, Hollie.
But,
I always take the TTT seriously.
Not that I'm innocent in that now.
Yeah, actually.
but
Yeah.
all right, this is great though. I mean, and having a DS does make a difference. There's times when we can't, but
Yeah. And what the DS says goes, because you can communicate, but then the DS makes the calls.
yeah, and
Yeah, and the other thing then is the DS is going to make the hard call. Drop rider 5. Just leave them. Do not wait. The DS will make the hard call. That's hard to do when you're in the heat of the moment. And they
Right.
can look at it and say, look, guys, the team strategy was on this climb we were going to drop someone if they were flagging. So, and you 4, go and leave them.
Yeah.
yeah,
And make sure everyone knows beforehand that might happen, and everyone's okay with that, because it is hard being the dropped
Yeah.
rider, but obviously you're in a race, like
Right.
it can happen
Yeah.
to anybody.
it's for
Yeah.
the team. It's for the team.
It's for the team. And depending on your team makeup and the riders you have available for the event, you might know who you're going to drop already.
Yeah.
And that's a great place to be in because you can plan their last pull.
Yes. That's a good
You know?
point, too. So I'm going to plan my last poll.
And hero pulls.
Yeah, the hero
not-
polls. And I'm fine with that because there's actually time. Shout out to Todd G on Coalition. He's amazing.
Oh, yeah,
and
Todd's
he's-
a good guy,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, Todd's one of the best DSs I've ever been with, and I know we've have some other great DSs on Coalition, but he is amazing. And there's been times when I'll never forget we did a ladder race and I told him, like, burn me out fast because I'm not going to be able to hold on to this, and he did exactly what and I got dropped and that was the plan, and that made me feel a lot better because that took that weight off my shoulders of, like, I got to get to the end. No, burn me out. I'm a bright star.
because you're contributing to your team.
Exactly. Yeah.
Your fourth rider is the only person that matters.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Whoever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having only 6 really changes the dynamic because, on a Thursday night with 8 riders, you'd be comfortable dropping 3.
Right.
If you only have 6, you can drop 1. But if you drop a second and someone has a technical, you're in trouble.
Right.
So it really makes it tight.
So when we're doing this and we're talking about the aerodynamic advantage of everything on there, should we? Is it more advantageous to have 5 versus 4 riders, or is you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, if only from the point of view of everyone gets an extra 30 seconds of not pulling time.
Okay.
Which means either harder. Well, first of all, no one should ever be pulling harder.
Just keep the same.
You never do a harder pull. If you're feeling good, pull longer.
Okay.
Don't pull harder because all you're doing is disrupting the people behind you who don't feel as good.
Longer, not harder.
And creating gaps.
Okay, I like that. All right. So
Are you actually taking notes?
yes, I'm actually taking notes because I'm the captain here. I have to tell everybody, and everybody. Hopefully, I'll just tell them to listen to the podcast and go to whatever seconds.
Yeah. And Dave's got a super cool spreadsheet as well.
Oh,
I don't know if it worked for ZRL. I don't know.
It will. Yeah, it will.
Well,
So, you can just put those as power things.
Yeah,
it's like magic.
Well,
we should give you that for the show notes. Actually, are you in? Oh, he's go for Dave on Discord. I don't know what his real life.
I like that. All right, go for Dave. All right, well, we'll see if he's okay sharing that. Is that okay to share that, or?
Yeah, we'll dig up the link for the show notes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been on Zwift Insider. So yeah.
I know it's incredible.
Yeah, so it's public knowledge. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well,
otherwise, I'd just keep it to ourselves.
Right. Yeah, and
we love Dave.
So
Dave and his spreadsheet.
So that's what we've got. That's what we've got going on for that one. So for VGR, and then let's look at the greater, which is way easier to say. Now this one's also in English, but I'll use a French accent to do this. Greater London 8. that wasn't French.
I've done a marathon now,
Yeah, I know you have. But this is the other TTT. Now this has Box Hill in it. Or do I have this wrong? I don't have this wrong.
Yeah, you have it spot on.
Oh,
it's only about a 6, 7, 8, 9 minute drive.
3 kilometers at 4.4 for the segment, and then a little punch over the top.
Yeah. So this is, this would be normally about 35 minutes if it was flat because of the 14 or 15 miles, whatever it is, or 23K. But because of the Box Hill, that's almost a 9-minute climb for some people, maybe me. But so
you get to the top as well, and then it goes flat, and then there's like a kick up, and you've got to be together at the top because it goes straight down afterwards. So if you've dropped someone, like the DS needs to make the call to say you got to go because you can't get back on if you're going down the hill after Box Hill. So you've got to kick at the end,
and it's a very short run to the finish once you're over the top.
Right.
Do you got the escalator? Is that the?
You have to go up the escalator to cross the river.
Yeah, and then you finish the.
Just looking at it, we did a latte time there earlier in the year, just under 37 minutes.
Wow.
So it's still quite a fast course. I presume that was latte.
But so when we're talking about
no, that was a frappe team.
Oh, wow.
Never mind.
But Yeah, but who was in it? Like,
super fast.
I'm actually not sure.
So when we're going downhill now, I've heard people talk about that. There's no more coasting downhills in ZRL. You have to, if you want to be competitive, you got to be pushing. What should we be thinking about the downhill, the box hill descent?
no, I don't agree with that.
Unless something's changed, like even though my understanding and from talking with other riders is that even though the TT bikes don't animate it, you actually still do get super tuck on a TT bike.
Oh, okay.
But only your first rider.
Okay, only the first rider will. So
yeah, everyone
get
in the draft
benefits.
won't get it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, all I could say there is you'll have to run some tests because I don't know the answer.
Yeah.
I think, well, if you're already going down the hill
Yeah.
and you're already in the draft of other riders, I don't think putting the hammer down box because you've got to recover, and
Right.
it's not that far to the finish line, but you've still got to recover enough to get along the flat and up the escalator and then along the thing.
Yeah, like you
So I
basically
think,
have
yeah,
basically have 2 sprints after Box Hill.
Right.
Like that's what you have to remember because you have the escalator, which is everyone's favorite part of London.
I love the escalator. Actually, I do like that.
But you know, your whole team is doing 8, 9, 10 watt kg going up that.
Yep.
Are
And
they?
then
Yeah.
Hollie
They
isn't,
are not.
But
I am
you know,
not.
yeah, we know.
Do not sprint or you will drop me.
But then, like, you know, 2 minutes later, you're lining up for your finishing.
Yeah.
However you choose to finish, be it in a line pulling hard or a sprint finish or whatever it is. You know, you can kind of treat that finish like a really hard lead out.
What do you suggest for finishing? Do you just in general, Bren? Do you suggest staying in line or just everyone all out?
I'm so
What do you
tired by
do?
then.
You do a sprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the finish. Put
Yeah.
down all the power. There's I don't know how effective it is, and I think it takes some practice. You'll hear some teams talk about, you know, it's time to do the washing machine kind of thing, where
Yeah.
not the washing, Hollie. That's
Yeah.
I hope you have that
That's
hung
different.
out.
That's different. That's on Monday.
It's in the washing machine,
In the
actually.
washing machine. Yeah. You know, where basically you just keep pushing from the back. So your turns are over, but you're trying to accelerate the group by pushing through the group and pulling the riders behind. And you
Just go.
probably say, you
Yeah.
know, the last mile or so, last 1.5 kilometers for that is it probably have, you know, I'm not sure how effective it is today, but it's an option.
Okay.
If you, the other thing you could do, of course, is if you've got 5 riders left after Box Hill, someone's doing a hero pull.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, so do a hero pull and then try to, like, don't
try and
completely
push.
give up, but it's okay if you get dropped.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah, I would say one rider's doing a hero pull, and then the 4 riders that are left are not quite doing hero pulls, but their pull power is going up like maybe 10-20%.
Yeah,
So,
you have to watch
for
the
that-
gaps as well. Like,
for that
yeah.
Sorry, Hollie. Sorry for that last hero poll. Should they be just longer and not harder, or
Definitely longer, yeah.
as long as they possibly can? Okay.
As long as they possibly can. Probably the hardest thing is going to be getting yourselves reorganized after the escalator.
Okay.
That's probably the roughest bit, and making sure that at least 4 of you crest Box Hill together.
Yeah. Oh man,
because-
that is going to be so hard.
But you know, between the top of the segment and the real top of the hill, there is an area where you can sort of recombine.
Yeah.
But the best thing you could do is, you know, you sort of pick a climb pace. So, you know, everyone's going to ride up here 3.5 or 3.8, or, you know.
Yeah,
normally
not 4.
normally give a range. Hollie, why are you doing 6? Slow down, Hollie. You pick that climb pace, and, you know, you probably already know which rider can't hold it.
Yeah.
So your next most in pain rider becomes your pace setter up the hill.
You can fight over that. You've got to remember as well, when you go through the top banner, like through the Box Hill banner at the top, which isn't actually the top, but the camera zooms out. So you've got to be really careful not to like put power down there, because it's hard to spot gaps when the camera zooms out. It's really annoying.
I would say maybe we should go back a bit. We're talking about stuff that's really at the pointy end, you know. we're talking about the marginal things here.
Yeah,
First thing is-
enjoy it, have fun.
No, Hollie, it's a competition.
Oh God,
right.
Sorry, I forget.
No, but like all these things are great, but if you're not doing the basics right, what's the point? You know, I spent a couple of weeks telling a team, guys, we were fast in spite of ourselves, not because we had a good race. You know, so don't be fast in spite of yourself. So you know, you have time. I'm not sure when ZRL kicks off. It's pretty soon, isn't it?
September 10th.
September 10th. So maybe get your ZRL team and say, guys, for the next 4 weeks, we're doing TTTs because we need to practice. We need to practice the draft. We need to practice the rotation. We need to practice coming on. We need to practice communication. That's the most important part. And you know, 3 or 4 weeks of that will get you guys in a good place on the basics. And if you, that's the important bit to do right.
Yeah.
Actually, we did forget to mention one other thing in London, actually. Okay. Which is Northumberland Avenue.
Oh, that's where the statues are, right? Or the monuments, right? Or
no, that's a different. I forget the name of that one. But basically, it's the on the lead in. You do a sort of a sharp right, and then it's uphill to the roundabout.
Oh yeah. Yes.
That's about 45-ish seconds, a sort of 5-6%, and it's another spot where as a team you kind of have to punch it. And it sucks if it was just your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Oh man. Okay, so that Northumberland, is that how you say it, or?
Yeah.
Northumberland.
It's so clear. It's like the hard right at the end of the lead in.
Yeah, you will see it. And there's the
and
roundabout at the top. Trafalgar Square's at the top.
Yeah. Which that's hard to spell too, Trafalgar.
Yeah. But so I mean those kind of things there, I probably need to go and ride that course again. Just looking at it, I know there's a lot of like small lumpy bits in and around the London Loop, and you kind of have to. There's a lot of time to be made or lost on anything that goes uphill. Wow.
Yeah, and so that tells me right there that I need to be. I just need a DS that week. So, so I'm not.
And a DS that knows the course really well.
Oh, right.
Or you know, preferably you'd pre-ride the course.
Yeah.
The day before at 80% intensity or something.
Okay. I like that, pre-ride at 80%. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like don't do it at race pace because you got to race the next day, but do it hard enough that you get a feel for it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man, this is great, Bren. Thank you for this. I mean, because the what causes me the most anxiety in ZRL is besides as a captain, it's also hard for people to and I think I share this pain with all captains. Just accept the race pass when it gets sent to you, please. people who are on the team, I'm sorry, but when a captain sends out the race pass, just click it. All you have to do is click it, because there's so many times it's 6:00 and the race starts at 6:30, and like, hey, I didn't get the race pass. Well, I sent it to you on Sunday, or or like it's not working. It's not working.
Yeah.
Yes, Bren, has that ever happened to you? That's never happened to you, probably never.
I haven't captained a team in ZRL, so and frankly, if someone doesn't click a TTT race pass, I just don't care.
Yeah, I did captain ZRL. I did captain the ZRL team.
Yeah,
and actually, they were awesome. So if any of them are listening, thank you. I appreciate you. But TTT race passes like half an hour before the. Oh my god!
I know.
Oh my god!
Well, it's classic. It's classic ZRL stuff.
Comical.
Where people are like, "What race are we doing? We're racing tonight," and then I was just on my bike. Yeah, exactly. So don't.
I'm like, what route are we doing?
That's me most weeks as well. It's like, which bike do I need?
Yeah.
RGV this week for TTT.
Yeah, VGR.
Yes, I know. Yeah. Fast this week. No. It's actually RGV.
Oh, it is RGV. Okay.
It is RGV for real. It's been a year and about 2 months since RGV has been a TTT course.
Yeah. Oh,
they changed it recently. Remember, for the other ladies to do the the most TTs.
No, but that
count.
wasn't RGV. They didn't pick
Was it?
RGV. No, they picked. I can't remember.
No, we
which
did
was
RGV recently.
on TTT.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Was I on holiday? I don't know. Was I not on planet Earth?
I don't think so.
Yeah, sure. It was
We
RGV.
definitely did a France TTT recently.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
for-
I don't think it was RGV. I think it was.
Then
like,
it was VGR.
It was VGR.
VGR. It could have been actually.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It probably, if Hollie wasn't preparing for Worlds, it would have been a great week to try and get the record back.
My record.
Yeah, take it back. Yeah. You wait.
I'll
you
bide
wait.
my time.
Yeah. Because we should
Yeah.
we should also talk about the it has been about a year when Zwift announced that the UCI eSports thing is going to be on MyWoosh. It's been about a year since that announcement, and we also should talk about the Elite Racing calendar though coming up here too, because there are the Zwift World Series. This is that one doesn't start until the qualifiers are in September, and then the race is like September 19th. So and there's only 5 of those. That's going to be cool too. So I'm excited for that too, because I know there's probably people have to divide their time, figure out which ones they're doing. So that's going to be interesting too, right? So yeah, we've got
It's going to be interesting. Yeah.
Let's just go over that real quick. Race 1 is Richmond. Race 2 is in Watopia, and then race 3 is Yorkshire. Yes, and then race 4 is McCurry Islands, and race 5 is in Watopia too. It doesn't necessarily say the teams on Zwift Insider, or I mean not the teams. The
No,
courses,
because it's not.
courses.
It's the courses.
Yeah.
Because you have to qualify.
I wonder if that's that brand new Richmond course.
Ooh, yes,
Because they added a
know
new one recently for events.
Yeah. Yes. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
And it looks horrid.
Yes. And there's also this year, as it says on Zwift Insider, and as someone on our team here knows, if you get an orange check mark next to your name, you are an elite level racer. Hey, Bren, do you have a orange check mark next to your name?
No, I
don't
not.
either. I don't either. What about you, Hollie?
Do you know anyone, Hollie, with an orange check mark?
Well, Danny Enzo does.
Yeah.
Danny Enzo. Yeah. Shout out to Danny.
Enzo does.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And Hollie
I
does
quite like my orange tick.
The Queen of Yorkshire. Yeah. The Queen of Yorkshire has one. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to have to lobby Zwift to get one, but I'm not an elite racer.
It's a verified tick.
Yeah.
I don't really.
Verified tick.
Anyway.
Actually,
so
just
I've
looking
got
at the
one.
dates there, anyone who the performance verification window 1 is closing today.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
but there's another opportunity mid-September to get in on that. But I'm so basically, if you haven't pre-qualified now, you're not doing qualifier 1.
Right, but you. Could,
Which is on the 5th of September.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So Hollie wouldn't be doing that anyway for
Right.
reasons.
She won't. Yeah, for the reasons. So that's
No.
fine. Yeah, we're gonna be cheering you on, Hollie. This is
I
gonna be
did know
amazing.
it was on the 5th of September, and then
So.
Oh, man. Yeah.
But then once you get over that, you can do your pre-verification for race 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic.
Great.
Oh man! Well, with that, we're ready to close our episode. Bren, this has been fantastic. I have actually learned a lot, and I hope there are
he's
other.
gonna win his.
Yeah, I hope
lead
so. I
now.
hope so.
Yeah,
Well,
If
good.
yeah, thanks for the tips. I mean, the
different time zone to us, so it's all right.
yeah, but this is just going to be great, and I'm so excited about this. So thank you, Bren, for coming on and talking, and giving us some top tips to all of our listeners too. This is awesome.
Yeah, you're
So
most welcome.
hopefully, no one from OTR listens though, so don't listen to OTR.
I'll send it to Dirty Watts, Chaos, or whatever they're called, Uproar or something or other.
Oh,
Because they're your time zone, Dirty
Yes,
Watts.
they are. Dirty Watts. don't listen. Oh man, this is gonna be great. But thank you so much, Bren, for making the time to do this. Hollie, as always, thank you for doing this, and thank you to our listeners for this as well. As always, Hollie and I are so thankful for everyone listening to the podcast and for supporting us and sending us ideas and recipe ideas as well. Please join our Discord.
Ideas?
Yeah, recipes. Yeah, please
Okay.
join our Discord server and send us an email address if you'd like. We are going to attempt to do this live soon. We're going to attempt to do this live. So
I keep getting told. I mean, how hard can it be? Like,
How hard can it be? We will. But yeah, we just
you
gotta...
didn't see yesterday's commentary. Oh, by the way, I did commentary on tiny races. That was
Yes.
epic.
That's awesome. That's
something
so cool.
about a woodchuck, something or other.
Oh my gosh. So thank you everybody for listening, for all
Thanks
the support.
to you, Dustin.
Oh, absolutely,
by the way,
absolutely. I love doing
before
this.
you
and absolutely, this is so much fun. So we are one of the internet's best Zwift podcasts. I don't know if we're in the top 10.
What do you mean one of?
Yeah,
Clearly
one of
the best.
The best, absolutely. I mean, we
Yeah.
got the best guests for sure. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you everybody for listening, and thank you both, Bren and Hollie, for being here. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you all in Watopia.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.